I bet you never heard old Marshall Dillon say, Miss Kitty, have you ever thought of old Dillon say, Miss Kitty, have you ever thought of old Dillon say, Miss Kitty, have you ever thought of old Dillon say, Miss Kitty, have you ever thought of old Dillon say, Miss Kitty, have you ever thought of old Dillon say, Miss Kitty, have you ever thought of old Dillon say, Miss Kitty, have you ever thought of old Dillon say, Miss Kitty, heard old Marshall Dillon say, never heard old Marshall Dillon say, never heard old Marshall
In the fourth quarter of this year,
How are you doing? This is Helton's Computer Repair here with another quick tutorial. On this tutorial I'll be showing you how to uninstall Paint.net. So somehow you got Paint.net installed on your computer, but it doesn't want to work. It's crashing on the systems like that, or you don't like this program at all. I'll be showing you how to uninstall this program. Let's go ahead and just jump right into this video. So first you need to go ahead and go to Start. And then from there you can go to Settings, and then from that selections you'll choose Apps, and let Windows load until the programs come up, and you'll look for Paint.net. Here's the program. From there you will choose Uninstall, and you'll probably be prompted for this. You would have to press the uninstall again for it to come up, and you'll probably be prompted for it to continue processing for this. For a time period I'm actually going to press no. We have a habit to some people out there on Windows 10 that doesn't like this program to be shown underneath the regular settings. So in case yours is not there, there's another options you can get to that location. You can go ahead and go to Start and type in Control Panel. I just typed in Control. And then from there you'll see programs. You can actually select just uninstall program, but I like to select a couple options to get to it just to show you. And then you'll see the list of programs. You'll look for the one you're looking for. It's Paint.net. And you can click the uninstall, or you can double tap it, and it'll come to the same prompt right here saying if you're sure that you want to uninstall it, go ahead and press yes. This will come up. You will have to press yes again for it to be allowed, and allow it to do its own work right there. And there we have it. The program has been uninstalled. I don't see it here in Programs and Features. I don't see it on the desktop. I don't see it in the Programs list. Let's go ahead and go to Settings just to see if it's not underneath the regular Apps features where it shows it. And I do not see it there. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching Helton's Computer Repair, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching, guys.
In the beginning there was the Word. The Word was with God, and the Word God, and the Word was God.
I think I fixed the issue. But hold on, let me see. I'm not sure if they're going loud enough.
What about mine?
Yours seems like it's going louder. I think I hold the mic closer to my mouth.
Okay. Yeah.
But okay. All right. You ready? Brett. We're just gonna start.
Now, man.
Okay.
Live from Lehi, Utah, you are watching Mormon Talk with Carson O. Kimball and Brett O'Call.
All right. Let me turn on the mic.
I named my penis Joseph Smith, so instead of penis I can say little prophet. Carson is a bitch and lost all of his crypto, haha. Carson is a bitch, haha.
High, Utah. You are watching Mormon Talk with Carson O. Kimball and Brett O'Call.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for your patience. Sorry, we had a little bit of a technical glitch, but we're back and we're ready to go at it another week. And
What's Urban Outfitters?
that's something from Scarlet's. Let's not get sidetracked. But anyway, well, wonderful. Thank you, everyone, for showing up. Last week was a little bit of a rough patch, but you know what? I think that because of that, I grew as a person, and I grew as a leader, I guess. And I mean, it was a very vulnerable time, and everyone got to, witness a leader, down on the ground getting kicked in the stomach. And that's never a very fun place to be. But you know what? I've grown as a person, and I'm ready to tackle this just by the horns once again. And yeah, well, wonderful. Do we have any special announcements?
Real quick, I have a question for callers or anyone in the chat. I've been having a big debate today with one of my friends. When is it safe to eat the shells on shrimp? I know it's completely random, but I would like you guys to weigh in. Is there ever a good time to eat the shells on shrimp? I say go for it. It's never affected me or my family.
Anyway, we do have an announcement.
Sorry, I didn't mean to sidetrack you there.
You're okay, Brett.
I'm just really thinking about shrimp right now.
Yeah, that's okay.
I don't even like shrimp.
Yeah, they're kind of like bugs underwater, But anyway, we have a special announcement. Mormon Talk we started on Twitch. We had a massive following on Twitch. A lot of those people dropped off because of all the trolling, and we would have been up to maybe like 1,000 subscribers, but people left because of the trolling and they unfollowed us. And so we came to YouTube, and we packed up our bags, and we headed west, if you will, and tried to find our new home. We were pushed out of the place where we were trying to set up camp. Our own little, you could draw a parallel with like the Nauvoo type of.
You trolls need to stop making Carson cry like a little bitch. Penis, penis, penis.
Okay. We came to YouTube. Sorry, that sidetracked me. We came to YouTube and we started over from zero. But now we would like to announce that we have reached our 500th subscriber. We are now halfway to 1,000. It is our goal to get to 1,000 in the coming months. Thank you to everyone who has been subscribed to us from day one. Thank you to all the people that have subscribed to us since then as well. We're so grateful for the people that subscribe to and appropriately participate in calling us and commenting, and we just want to give a big thank you to you guys. So,
Thank you.
yes, and also in addition to this, last week was a very difficult moment. There were a lot of I think a lot of things came to a head, and a lot of the trolls just dogpiled on that night, and it was a very bad night. I had some mild injuries, and we were late, and it was a zany experience, but in a very negative use of the term. And so it definitely caused a rift, and it made the people who were here with good intentions really just feel the pain that Brett and I and other people undoubtedly have to go through every week. And I saw in our email someone had created a message. You know, people from the fan community created a video expressing how they feel, and I just like to go ahead and play that for everyone. So please enjoy this video.
In the beginning there was the Word. The Word was with God, and the Word was God. For so long, Mormon Talk fans have been drowned out by the trolls. But not anymore.
I'm not afraid anymore!
No, we're not afraid anymore. Millions of Mormon Talk fans around the world are standing up right now. Erect, stay strong, stay Mormon.
My name is Brother Flick, and I support Mormon Talk.
Hey everyone, Trevor here. I just want to say I support Mormon Talk. I love you, Carson and Brett.
This is Howard Adderley, and I support Mormon Talk. Carson O'Kimball, he's a modern Moses.
Gee golly, my name's Spanky, and I'm here with a pretty gosh darn important message. I support Mormon Talk.
Hash browns stand for MT.
Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to watch that video, and we hope that you know, it might not mean much coming from us when we're asking people to stop trolling, but maybe from other members of the community, it might mean a little bit more. You know, Brett and I put our hearts and souls into doing the show
For you guys.
Yeah, for the families, for you guys. We're talking to all of you, and it's not something that we're just going to let people splash away and sully, frankly. But anyway, thank you everyone for your for subscribing to Mormon Talk. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next week. we're just joshing you guys.
You know, I was looking at some of the analytics earlier today, and I forgot.
That's okay. It'll come.
Yeah,
come back.
It'll come back. I'm sorry.
Well, wonderful. Let's go ahead and take some calls. Hello, caller. You are on the air with Carson O'Kimball
and Brett O'Call. Welcome to Mormon Talk.
Hello?
Hello, caller. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Well, wonderful. Welcome to the show. And do you have a question for us? We are members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. We like to answer questions about our faith. Doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's family appropriate, we're good. And if you have a question outside of that, just about life in general, we're here for that too. So,
right.
Wonderful.
Hey, since it's President's Day, who's your favorite president?
Oh man, do you want to start, Brad?
That's a tough one, because there's a lot of presidents.
Are you
What
talking about
Joe?
presidents of the church or presidents of the United States?
Any.
Well, if we're talking presidents of the church, I don't think that it's right to have a favorite, but I do have a very special place in my heart for Spencer W. Kimball. And if we're talking about U.S. presidents, I really do like Bill Clinton a lot.
Oh yeah, mine is Joe.
Joseph?
No, Joe.
Oh, Joe Biden?
No, Joe.
Joe who?
Joe Mama bitch.
Okay, it could have been funny, but he had to say B. That's so dumb. Okay, everyone, we're off to a very bad start. Let's please, if you are an appropriate viewer of the show and you're still here, please call in, please, because we really need to set an example for callers going forward. Hello, caller. You are on the air with C. Kimball
and B. Call. Welcome to Mormon.
Oh, hey guys, it's Brother Nick.
Oh, hello, Brother
Well,
Nick.
wonderful. Welcome to the show, and thank you for the wonderful video that you made.
Yeah, well, I didn't really have much scripture to share tonight. I just wanted to say I'm really excited that you guys hit 500 subscribers. Really excited for this new chapter, and I want to wish you guys a great show, brothers.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we do have a special announcement to go on with our hitting 500 subscribers. But we'll wait until after the break for that. Well, thank you for
All right,
your
have a
call.
great night, guys.
Wonderful. Hello, caller. You are on the air with Carson and Kimball.
And B. Call. Welcome to Mormon Talk.
Hello, brother, and this is Randy A. Williams calling from Payson, Utah.
Hello, Raw Dog.
Welcome back to the show. Hope everything is wonderful in Payson. I was actually just in Payson today, interestingly enough.
What were you doing?
Oh, just visiting an old friend, and I stopped at the Polar Queen and had myself some onion rings. But they made me feel very sick, even though they were very good. They tasted good.
Yes. Well, you got back home safely before the snow hit.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I got back home safely. The snow definitely hit, but I experienced no problem. I'm a snow driving. I mean,
you should see this guy.
I'm one of the people that are on the freeway when everyone else is too scared to drive. I'm very good in snow.
That's I cannot say the same for myself. I cannot drive in the snow to save my life, frankly. But anyways, I was just calling in to congratulate you boys on the 500 subscribers. That is so amazing.
Please support
I'm so proud of you
49ers
boys.
Freaks GoFundMe at gf.me/u/z9ka.
Oh, sorry about that, Randy. Can you go ahead and you were congratulating us?
Yes, absolutely. I was congratulating you boys on hitting 500 subscribers. I can remember when I first subscribed, you boys were at less than 100, and it's been a wild ride.
It's been absolutely wild. And Randy, we're happy that you've stuck around for the time being, and hopefully the foreseeable future, because Mormon Talk is going strong and going long.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. No, I will definitely be sticking around. I've been going through some things with my personal life recently, but I've been definitely checking in, watching every episode as much as possible. Great. But I actually have some exciting news to share myself, if you would so let me.
Absolutely. We would love to hear a wonderful update.
So, Sue-Ann and I have been dating, on and off for the past year now, but it's been pretty steady for the last 4 months. Good. And I think I'm going to propose to her.
Oh, well, wonderful. I hope she's not watching, because she might have...
No, I don't think she is.
Okay, well, wonderful. Well, that's fantastic. You should create a video of you proposing, and we can share it live on the air.
Those are my favorite.
I will absolutely do that.
I go onto YouTube and I watch those proposal videos all day. I absolutely love them. I'm a sucker for proposal videos. Randy, if you made a proposal video to you and Sue-Ann, I'd watch it probably 2 times.
There's a lot of wonderful ways to propose in Payson. I actually have a friend who proposed in Payson, and he had his not fiance, but girlfriend. She was standing at the bottom of the hill at Petite Neat School, and and he was wearing a Willy Wonka outfit. And you know how in the classic Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, he walks up with a cane and then he pretends to fall, but then he does a forward roll. Well, anyway, he was at the top of the hill wearing the outfit, and he was hobbling like he had hurt himself. And then he fell just like Willy Wonka, and the top hat and all, purple felt hat. And then he did it must have been about 10 forward rolls all the way down the hill, and then he sprung up right at the end, right in front of her, and gave her the ring. And it was just an amazing.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah, absolutely.
Boy, I would love to see that. I would love to see that one.
What a
But
limber fella.
if I recreated that, I'd probably hurt something, and
It was
my
Remy.
doctor would probably not approve. But I'll do something of similar, taste. I think that's a very tasteful way.
Great, yeah.
Yeah, it was a classic, tasteful thing to do.
Did he have any chocolates for her?
That would have. Actually, he did. It was.
Yeah, you can't
Don't
dress
you
up.
remember? Don't you remember?
If
Remy?
there wasn't chocolate, that would be a missed opportunity.
Yeah, it was. It wouldn't be complete without the chocolate, but there was no Oompa Loompas, unfortunately. Although
that's funny.
Yeah, I know where a few would be.
Yeah.
But anyway, well, wonderful. Thank you for that update. That is great news. What a fantastic.
Yeah, no, I was trying to decide whether or not to say it, but I'm pretty sure Sue-Ann is she doesn't really watch the episodes after they air live, and she's not watching live, so as long as everyone can keep it a secret, everyone watching can keep it a secret, then I gotta, prepare and everything, but it's that's the plan.
Wonderful.
Why isn't she watching the episodes?
She has some things to do today.
Well,
we
hit 500 subscribers, and this is a pretty big episode for us tonight.
Absolutely, no. I'll make sure that I'll make sure she tunes in for at least part of it. I'll stop by her house.
Skip ahead, of course, past the big.
Yes, of course. No, she. I don't think she knows how to rewind in the live videos, anyways.
Yeah, we're trying to get to 1 million subscribers, so it'd really help out if she could just watch.
Absolutely.
Every Monday.
1 million. 1 million is a hefty number, but I think you boys can get it. You guys have the skill set to, I'd say 10 million. I'd say probably 10 million.
Okay, that's our new goalpost.
Well, wonderful. Yes, I think that.
Well, it's great. It was great to talk to you boys.
Well, wonderful. Thank you for calling in, Randy.
Stay safe.
Okay, well, great. Hello, caller. You're on the air with Carson O'Kimball.
And Brett O'Call.
Oh, I think I came through here, boys. I just got to mute the stream. Hello?
Hello?
You are on the air. Do you have a question for us, caller?
Hello, yes. I'm a big, long-time fan, first-time caller.
Okay, well, wonderful.
I just, first of all, want to get it out of the way and congratulate you guys with enslaving 500 black people.
That man has never watched an episode of our show. I guarantee it, because if he did, he would know that that's not what we're doing here.
No. Okay, hello, caller. You're on the air with Carson.
And Brett, welcome to Mormon Talk. Please
Hello?
be nice.
Yeah, we're don't you think that we've been splashed enough? But regardless, hello, new caller who has not done anything wrong. Welcome to the show. Do you have a question for us?
Not done anything wrong. I don't think you know who I am. I'm Randy.
You're not Randy.
Randy, Randy, we have a few callers that have called in under the name Randy.
You know who he's trying to be.
Oh, he's trying to be
Randy.
He's trying to be like the 10-year-old Randy.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the show.
No,
Do you have a
I am the.
Do you have a question?
The old...
No. Do you have a question?
Me.
Do you have a question for us, caller?
I'm just trying to say hello. This one comeback call, and
well,
y'all are not taking me seriously.
We're taking you're a new caller. We like to answer questions about our faith. We're members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And so, do you have a question about our church? You might know us
I got
as
a
Mormon.
question.
Go ahead.
All right. So, I have a question about Mormonism, right?
Okay. Well, wonderful. That's what we're here for.
Can you explain it to me?
Yeah. Explain what?
Everything.
Oh, okay. Well, Yeah, absolutely.
Start from the beginning.
Absolutely. Well, the beginning, we all lived in heaven before we came to this planet. And our Father in heaven, who's our literal Father, begat us, and, we learned stuff that was necessary to, come to this mortal life. And in this mortal life, we have a veil of forgetfulness. We don't remember our former life, but we're still those same spirits. And then we get to come to this wonderful planet that Heavenly Father made for us, and we get to just become who He wants us to be. But we can't just do that from our own heads. We have to tune in to His voice, the Spirit, the Holy Ghost. And so, what is Mormonism? Mormonism is a zany word that people made up to describe people who follow Jesus Christ and believe in the Bible, the Book of Mormon, and the Doctrine and Covenants and Pearl of Great Price, all Scripture. It's a word that they made up to identify us and to distinguish us from other Protestant and Catholic Christianity. And it all started when a young man who was 14 years old had a question of which church should I join back in the earlier days of this country. And he went to the woods and he prayed, asking that question, and the Lord Himself came and said that the full gospel of Jesus Christ would be restored again on the earth, and that he, Joseph Smith, the young boy I'm talking about, would be instrumental in bringing that to fruition. And so ever since then, the Lord, through starting with the prophet Joseph Smith all the way to President Russell M. Nelson today, has spoken to us and has revealed to us revelations that are necessary and beneficial for us to be our best selves, so that we can prepare to meet Him again after this life. And that's everything in a nutshell.
Man, that's a great story. So I got a question.
Go ahead.
Another one about the story. So what do you think of niggers?
What do I think of black people? I think black people are children of God, just like you and I. And that word is absolutely banned from being said on this show by anybody, especially callers. We're sick of that absolute filth. There's, frankly, very few things that you could say that is more filthy than that. So please, for the sake of your own soul and for families and for Brett and I, stop saying N from here on N. Hello, caller. You're on the air with Carson O'Kimball.
And Brett O'Call.
Hello. I've heard that terrible language. I've said, my wife Petunia can't understand the words that are coming out of these mouths. They're so terrible.
That's probably to her benefit that she can't understand words like N. Frankly, I think it's something that's said more in the United States by zanky people who are complete idiots.
Yeah.
Sorry to use that word.
It's ignorant. I must say, I keep listening to these episodes. Every so often, I hear the most ridiculous words I've ever heard. White power.
Yeah, it's extremely ridiculous and inappropriate, frankly. But do you have a question for us, caller? We are members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and we love answering questions about that. Or if you just have, something that's been on your mind, a question that you have about life in general.
Just going on topic, really. I was just really interested, as you're an American, I was wondering what your opinion was on white power.
Light power?
On what?
I think you said like light power.
Light power?
Like lasers?
Right. That's right.
So I actually learned an interesting fact today.
On energy? Like, are you asking about electricity? Like sustainable energy?
Well, it's very energetic. This is an energetic topic we're talking about. I mean, white power.
So, what was your fact that you learned, Brett?
I learned that
as opposed to black power.
But what was the fact that you learned, Brett?
Oh, I just learned about how red light is healing today. So
red light.
I mean, like, it's not healing, but like, it stimulates a little mitochondrial power.
Yeah, and
stimulation.
I love the stimulation that it inhibits too. I wear blue blocking glasses, and especially after the show, I should wear them during the show, but it makes me kind of. People get the wrong idea. They think I'm like a toker or something when I'm wearing them, because it looks kind of like 60s. Yes. But it inhibits the blue light from waking up your brain. Your brain looks at blue light and it thinks that it's morning time, and it wakes everything up, and it gets everything all all revved up and going, and it's harder to go night to go sleep afterward.
So in relation to that, I think there is a lot of power to light. Like it can trick your brain into staying up later, or it can help your skin heal a little bit better, faster, or and it can cut things with lasers.
I meant quiet power.
Yeah, light power.
Yeah, light power.
Like from the sun.
He said quiet power.
Quiet power.
I don't, caller. I'm sorry. I think that maybe there's a language barrier. Maybe a language barrier.
Yeah.
The letter W, H, high, T, E, power.
White. Oh gosh. We literally let that stupid garbage.
Feel a little bit better, faster, or
He didn't say W.
Hello, Mormon Talk.
No, he's talking about
H, high.
Yeah, he's
Hello?
zanking our chains. Hello, caller. You're on the air with C. Kimball.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Steve from California. Good thing I got through. I always
really
call
hope
here,
I can get through
and
this hour without busting a fat warm semen.
I like
lung.
Mormon. I like Mormon Talk so much that I'm a recovering alcoholic. I belong to Alcoholics Anonymous.
Oh,
and I have.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, I have seven years sober, and my home group. Oh, thank you. My home group usually meets on Mondays at this time, but I'd rather come listen to you guys than go to my AA meeting on Zoom.
Oh,
that's.
I mean, you can do both.
You can probably do both, or even have your AA meeting individuals call in. But that's awesome. We're so happy to hear that.
Thank you.
Look up to you, sir, because I am 2 years sober myself.
Oh, wow.
Brett has opened up about his past, and you know what? Look at him and look at the person that he is. If you have a past with alcoholism or a present with alcoholism, it should never make you feel like you cannot be the person you were meant to be. If you will buckle down and you'll really turn to the Lord, you can do anything and you can be anyone. And the thing that he wants you to be is the best you that you possibly can. So we're so happy to hear that you've been 7 whole years sober. That is absolutely wonderful.
Yes. Thank you.
So for other recovering alcoholics, what would be your number one tip on how to get through it all?
Get a sponsor, work the steps, and help others.
A sponsor is just another person that you're accountable to?
Yeah, sponsor somebody that has knowledge of the 12 steps. The 12 steps was written, and they're biblical. If somebody goes to Celebrate Recovery, I don't know in what order, but it's taken from the Bible. And first step all the way to 12 step.
That's awesome. And you know what? In those 12 steps, there are elements of truth, that are found in the gospel. And gosh, what more of an effective way to be your best self than to turn to the Lord? And we actually, at the end of this month, we've started a new tradition where we have people that we're going to interview on the show. And we actually have someone who's recovered from addiction to toking coming on the show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're going to be interviewing a man who is an ex-military man who had
me too. Me too.
Well, wonderful.
Yeah,
what a perfect
I'm a
episode to
veteran.
tune into. We hope that you'll tune in the end of this month. But wonderful. Is there anything else that you'd like to share to our viewer base, caller, while you're on the air?
If anybody's suffering from addiction, don't hold it in. Don't make it as a secret, because we're sick as our secrets, and reach out to your loved ones and get help.
Wow.
Thank you so much, sir.
I love what you said, that we are sick of our secrets.
Yeah.
And what that means is, sorry, hold on.
Ha ha ha, Brett is so weak for having a addiction. God hates you, Brett. Bad Mormon.
Sorry about that. There was filthy messages coming through. We've told people do not use the donation box, but they're not listening. But thank you so much for your call. What a wonderful and uplifting call, and we are very proud of you, caller.
Yes,
thank you for being a viewer. You're the type of viewer that Mormon Talk is honored to have. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Wonderful. That was an awesome call. I felt really good.
If AA is what you need, to get through this, if that's something that you need, go for it. I didn't need it, but if you do, then that's what you should do. But
yeah, it's so wonderful to see people make such a turnaround like that. Gosh,
good for him.
That's
Good
awesome.
for him.
Hello, caller. You are on the air with Carson O'Kimball
and Brett O'Call. Welcome to Mormon Talk. Do you have any questions for us about our faith, or maybe you want to share something uplifting?
Hey, brother, and good evening. How are y'all this evening?
Well, you know what? After that call, I'm feeling the spirit. I'm feeling pretty good. So,
yeah.
Welcome to the show.
That's good. Thank you. Carson, how are you recovering from that burn from last week? You doing all right?
I am doing a lot better. It's kind of a dull pain right now. I think just because, some of my skin is thicker in other areas, it didn't leave as much of a splotch, but in other areas it's still taken a little while to heal up. But regardless, I'm feeling a lot better. I'm glad that the burn wasn't worse than it was, like something disfiguring.
Oh yeah.
But I'm very grateful that I'm doing a lot better. Thanks for that empathetic question, caller.
Yeah. Do you boil veal stock often?
No.
Okay.
No, I was making a demi-glace, and I had some veal boiling to make a stock since the morning, and I was in a scramble before the show and I spilt it. But
man,
that's okay.
Well, listen. If that ever happens to you again, where you spill searing hot liquid onto your lap, this is what you need to do. So, I remember when I was younger and I accidentally touched a hot stove and I burned my finger, and what I did, I blew on my finger and it made it feel so much better. So, if this ever happens to you again,
I put mine in ice, icy water, and then I put ice inside of oven mitts actually, and I put my hands in the oven mitts.
Yeah, I saw you wearing oven mitts, but try this next time, okay? So, go find a chair, get nice and comfortable, and then have your wife, kneel down in front of you and blow into your lap, and that nice cool wind will get rid of that burning sensation.
Well, what I actually did
Can he just do it
is
himself if he's sitting there just.
No, I don't think I could blow hard enough. But what I actually did is my wife actually ran a very cold bath for me, and we put ice in it, and I just sat in the bath, and I actually fell asleep in it, which was a little bit dangerous. I didn't want to get out.
I've done that before. I can't.
And I woke up
fall
and
asleep.
my my nose and my mouth were the only things above water.
Yeah.
I slid in, and
You're like a crocodile.
it was interesting because my wife came in. Yeah, my wife came in and brushed her teeth and got ready for her day and saw me like that, but didn't do anything. But anyway,
Yeah, so maybe if like your wife's breath isn't strong enough, maybe Brett can help too. Like he could kneel down beside your wife.
I think
and
cold
Brett
water
and
is
your
probably
wife
more
could blow
effective
you
than
at
air.
the same time.
I think cold water is more effective than air, but thank you for that.
Run a bath. You know, what if you're outside camping?
Hello, caller. You're on the air with Carson O'Kimball.
You're outside camping, and you're
Yeah, how's it
fire,
going, guys?
And you're cast iron, and you just burn yourself. I could.
How's it going?
Go on you in that situation.
Yeah, but
Hello?
I'm just saying, like in a household situation, it's probably better
in
to.
a household situation, go get in the bath.
Hello.
Yeah, and I did. Anyway, we have a caller. Hello, caller. You're on the air with C. Kimball.
And B. Call. Welcome to Mormon Talk. Do you have any questions for
Hey,
us?
you
about
guys
our
having a good evening?
Yeah, I'd say that it's turning around a little bit. Okay. It's just another joke. It was just someone calling in to
We should have waited
startle
until
us.
he was out of air.
So we could
Give him a
confront him.
piece of our mind.
Hello?
Yeah, not even worth it anymore, man. But hello, caller. You're on the air with Carson O'Kimball.
And Brett O'Call. Welcome to Mormon Talk. Thank you for your call.
You're so welcome.
Well, wonderful. Do you have a
can I-
question for us, caller?
Oh, not really a question, more of like a standing ovation for you guys. You guys, I look up to you so much, you know, two openly gay men, you know, who like to have gay sex. I just look up to you so.
You're not openly gay men. Hello, caller.
You look
You're
up to Satan.
Hello, caller.
You are live on the air with Brett.
How are you
O'Call.
now? Is this Carson and Brett?
This is Carson and Brett.
You are on the air. Do you have a question for us, caller?
Hey, hey, how are you doing with those burns there?
I'm doing a lot better. My hands and feet have healed, but my kind of navel area has not fully.
Well, that was some scary stuff there last week, you know.
Yeah, it was painful, but I got through it. So, do you have a question for us, caller?
That's good to hear. I do. You know, I'm visiting some family down here in the States. I'm from Canada.
Oh, well, wonderful.
Great. Welcome
It is,
across
it
the
is
border.
pretty wonderful down here. You know what's crazy is yeah, the weather seemed to follow me. You know, it's like nice and warm here last week, and now it's like 3 degrees and snowing. Just crazy.
Wow. Well, whereabouts are? What state are you in?
I'm in Kansas. First time in the U.S.
Oh.
And you went to Kansas, huh? Just
Well,
kidding. I
don't-
love Kansas.
I know.
Don't
It was like, hey,
don't.
we should go to Los Angeles or like
If you see any
like
tornadoes,
you know.
if you see any tornadoes, don't go in the main
I
floor of
don't
the
see
house. Go into the. Hold on.
Brett and Carson use the poop hole loophole to get close to God.
Are you there?
Sorry about that, caller. I was saying don't go in the main floor of the house. Definitely go in the safety hatch underneath the house, or you might end up in a munchkin land.
Yeah, it's probably some good advice there. Hey, so I was just wondering, in the middle of winter out there, is there a particular verse of scripture that keeps you warm spiritually, you know, during the winter?
I've never really thought about that. I think so, though, but I don't want to botch the reference, so I'm going to let Brett kind of take the reins for a sec while I find the reference.
I mean, you know, for me, just being with my family, and I think any scriptures that pertain to just, you know, family, because you're hunkering down, you know, you're getting your hot cocoa, you've got your wood fire stove burning, you know, and you're really just getting comfortable, you're staying home. You know, it's one of the most wholesome times you can have, you know, if you've got food and you're not scared for food because you're well prepared as you should be. You know.
Yeah.
What about you up in Canada? You must have some crazy winters.
We do, and something that we do in the winter to keep warm is we go mudding. You guys go mudding down there?
Oh, absolutely, we go mudding
in the winter.
No, not in the winter. We definitely go mudding in the stormy parts of summer, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We love to splash around in the mud and have some good, mud rodeo going on. That's what we like to call it. Me and my cousins go out.
That's right.
Brett only came out with us one time, but we will.
It was a little too intense for me.
We'll take our razors and our rhinos and our sometimes even F-150s, and we'll go we'll go splash around in the mud and have a really good time.
Isn't F-150 an airplane?
Yeah, we
No,
take.
that's a Ford.
I don't know about those razors, but up here in the Great White North, we take our snowcats out with the boys, and we just splash around with the boys out in the mud.
Yeah, I love splashing around in the mud. It's so fun with the boys.
But in the winter, isn't the mud ice?
Well, listen, boys. I'm just glad to hear that the burns are good, and that you're healing nice. And hey, I've been fasting and praying about the show tonight, and that the gosh darn trolls, they just stay away, because we don't need no splashing on the show. It's ridiculous. It's getting out of hand.
Leave
it's
the
just not
splashing
polite.
for the mud rodeo. But
Hey, you guys know what I'm saying.
But
All
in
right.
terms of
Well,
that scripture,
Podcast-
I do want to read it real quick.
go ahead.
Doctrine
Sure.
and Covenants, section 121, and I'll start with verse 1. This is Joseph Smith, and it's one of the coldest winters recorded in Liberty Jail in Missouri. And
I know how that feels.
And he's saying, O God, where art thou? And where is the pavilion that covereth thy hiding place? How long shall thy hand be stayed, and thine eye, yea, thy pure eye? Behold, from the eternal heavens, the wrongs of thy people and thy servants, and thine ears be penetrated with their cries. Yea, O Lord, how long shall they suffer these wrongs and unlawful oppressions before thine heart shall be softened toward them, and thy bowels be moved with compassion toward them? O Lord God Almighty, maker of heaven, earth, and seas, and of all things that in them are, and who controllest and subjectest the devil and the dark and benighted dominion of Sheol, stretch forth thy hand, let thine eye pierce, let thine pavilion be taken up, let thine hiding place no longer be covered, let thine ear be inclined, let thine heart be softened, and thy bowels be moved with compassion.
Preach, brother.
And the wonderful thing is, that it was one of the coldest winters, and Joseph Smith and more of a party were in Liberty Jail. It was freezing, and it was one of the lowest points of his life, and he received this wonderful revelation that all of his suffering will be made into good. It will be transmuted into good, like lead into gold, if he would hold fast and not let his love for mankind whisper away. But wonderful. Thank you so much for your call, and thank you for calling.
Yes.
Thank you.
Stay warm in Kansas.
Yeah, you guys have a good night out there.
Yeah.
Well, wonderful. Thank you. Okay, well, Brett's daughter is getting a little zany, but we're going to have to go on a quick break, and when we come back, we have a special announcement for everyone, so don't go anywhere.
The heartache, 'cause when we started, we are young fools who behave now, back in the arms of somebody who saved us. We are young fools who behave now, back in the arms of somebody who saved us. We are young fools who behave now, back in the arms of somebody who saved us. The heartache, 'cause when we started, we are young fools who behave now.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. 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 Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hello, everyone. Sorry about that. Okay, I just want to... We're being a lot more forthright now, and this is a good time to do that. During the break, we opened our emails, and there was... You know exactly what was in there. Filth. Okay? Pee. Sending us pee. Over and
worst.
Over and over again. Things that are disgusting. Okay? And Brett...
Why do you guys think that we're gay? Why has this unbelievable rumor... I thought it was just going to go away a year and a half ago. I thought it was just going to die out, but it's amplified since then. And now that's, because you guys think that we're gay, that's what you guys send us. It's disgusting. Please don't associate us with that.
And you know what, guys? Not all gay people will send filth like that. Okay? But, and so we're not trying to say that people who are fixated on gay are the ones that are sending it. All people who are fixated on gay, but some people who are fixated on gay and us are sending us absolute pornography. Okay? And I'll tell you, my life has been altered by that. Okay. Our wives have both, we've had to sit and explain to them over and over again that internet trolls are just saying zanky things just to try and get a rise out of us. And they've been successful, but it's nothing more than that. It's just people calling in, thinking that gay is funny, which it's not, and saying, ha, you guys are gay together, and we're going to declare it like it's truth in front of everyone. And then our wives have to deal with, why are they saying that you guys are gay? What would they be going off of?
Yeah.
And I'll tell you the only thing they're going off of. They're going off of Satan. They're going off of evil. They're going off of a desire to look at two straight men who are putting themselves in a vulnerable position by even receiving these calls every week. And they're saying, how can we totally subvert their efforts and make this show into a splash fest that's funny for us loser people and miserable for them and everyone else?
Do you know how hard it is to explain to your wife that you are not gay? She
Over and over?
Yeah. She's come to me, she's like, Brett, why do you only talk to Carson on Snapchat? What's that about? I'm like, I don't know. It just, that's how we communicate. There's nothing there. There's nothing.
Yeah, and it's just lame because these concerns were never concerns with our wives before Mormon talk. That's when they became very prominent concerns because it was a persistent thing. And now that we're being sent filth like pornography, okay, over email in front of and we open it up and it's disguised as a video that was supporting the fact that we have 500 subscribers, and I opened it, and I'm just really grateful that Brett was out of the room tending to his daughter, who my wife is graciously watching right now. But my wife took a little break and came out and walked out when that video was playing.
My daughter saw that.
No, she didn't. She heard. You were in the room. But she could have seen it.
I think she did.
Guys, it's not funny. We were about to come out and give a special announcement about us having 500 subscribers. But now I'm frankly not sure.
Play the clip again. Yep. Play the clip.
That one. Sorry, I was afraid you were talking about something.
In the beginning, there was the Word. The Word was with God, and the Word was God. For so long, Mormon Talk fans have been drowned out by the trolls. But not anymore.
I'm not afraid anymore!
No, we're not afraid anymore. Millions of Mormon Talk fans around the world are standing up right now. Erect, stay strong, stay Mormon.
My name is Brother Flick, and I support Mormon Talk.
Hey everyone, Trevor here. I just want to say I support Mormon Talk. I love you, Carson and Brett.
This is Howard Adderley, and I support Mormon Talk. Carson O'Kimball, he's a modern Moses.
Gee golly, my name's Spanky, and I'm here with a pretty gosh darn important message. I support Mormon Talk.
Hash browns stand for MT.
I saw Brett and Carson kissing and doing inappropriate touching. This is very gay. The trolls suffer from micropenis. Yo biatch, penis, tits, balls, and taint.
Hello, caller.
Hello?
You're on the air with Carson.
And Brett.
How's it going? It's Trevor Leahy here.
Frankly, it's going about as well as...
It was going good. But our night just got completely
Hopefully
turned around.
Hopefully I can change that.
Yeah, do you have a question for us?
I'm glad to hear that you're feeling better, Carson.
Thank you. In some ways, I am.
I just wanted to call in to say that I guess I'm doing pretty successful in my my gum be gone business actually. Degummed a few restaurants this week.
Wonderful.
So I was pretty productive there.
Okay, well that's great.
And I actually I helped birth a horse actually. One of our horses was pregnant, so it gave birth on Saturday.
Oh wow, that's a miracle of life. Colts when they're born are very remarkable because they learn very quickly how to run all around. You gotta really put in the work to go catch them.
Oh, definitely.
Well,
So how's the gumming?
What was that, Brett? You're a little quiet there.
Oh, I was just asking, like what's on the plate for next month for your degum business?
I guess try to hit up like every restaurant I possibly could, just to make the most business in a sense. And then I'll of course donate the gum or just dispose of it.
Yeah, probably disposing of it unless there's some sort of an eco-friendly use for it.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out a way to decontaminate it and everything, like reusable gum.
Oh, and use it as some sort of an adhesive?
That would actually work pretty good too.
Wow. Yeah, an adhesive would be great.
It'd be way more green.
Or blue. Or even light yellow.
I guess it could be any color with gum.
Yeah, it really could be. Even light purple. Lavender.
It's probably mostly white, though.
Yeah, there's lots of white.
Some spearmint.
Yeah, well, wonderful. I'm glad that things are, even though this is not a question about our faith, that we like to hear positive things. And at this rate, gosh, we're begging for anything. And so thank you for telling us about your degumming. And we're so glad that it's successful for you.
Thank you.
I'm trying to get comfortable.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Brett. Sorry, our spirits are a little low.
I hope your guys' day improves a bit, and hopefully your spirits are lifted.
We have ways of kind of recovering after a bad show. I mean, sometimes it's so bad there's no way to really bounce back. But I think in a night like tonight, we'll be able to get over it.
I could sing you a song possibly if you like.
Come on, a song would be nice.
That's wonderful.
We could sing together.
I don't know if I'm in proper spirits.
I don't think we're.
Do you know the lyrics to "Hey Jude" by the Beatles?
No.
I don't know.
I know
who the Beatles are.
Like I know the word.
I guess what songs do you fellows know that we could sing together?
Well, frankly, like I said, I'm in very low spirits right now. I'm sort of.
I understand.
I'm sort of down in the, the dumpster.
Hopefully, well then me and Brett could sing you a song. Hopefully, are you up for that, Brett?
Yeah, I am. I'm not very good with lyrics. I need to kind of have a song prepared. That's usually how I work. But
Are there any songs you know by heart? Just like you know every word in the
band
lyrics.
Heart? Like
Are there any
like
songs that you
Barracuda?
know by heart? Barracuda, that would work. I know that song.
I don't know that's
Doing a porn based off Carson's book, called Windows to His Glove, Penis and Dawn.
Oh, are there any songs that you know like fully by memory?
by memory.
The national anthem, actually. Brother Nick just suggested the national anthem.
If you're a family, if your family's tuned into Mormon Talk, please just tune out now. Because we have no control over the way that this is going. And we're so sorry.
Did I do something wrong?
No, we received a filthy donation message that, frankly...
These trolls just need to grow up.
I would be willing to do
They
the
need to get a
national
life.
anthem, but I don't know the lyrics by heart, I'm sad to say. You know, I can sing
What song was that? Sorry, you're a bit quiet there again.
I would be willing to sing the national anthem with you, of course. I don't know the lyrics as well as I should, but I can usually kind of like get into the spirit of it and let it flow through me. So I'd be willing to sing the national anthem, yes.
Alrighty. Shall we begin? You ready, Carson?
Countdown.
You ready to get your spirits lifted?
I'm just going to listen, yeah. Go ahead.
Just listen. Oh.
Do you want me to start, or do you want to... okay. Ready?
You can...
a one.
Wait, okay.
A two. A skiddly diddly do. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose proud stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming,
and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air,
gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. You see that joke in the comments?
No, I wasn't looking. Why would you watch the comments? That's gonna throw you off.
I think that it's difficult to sing over the air sometimes too, because
sometimes
it's hard to
you just
synchronize
get
yourself.
flustered a bit.
It's just hard to synchronize yourself.
Yeah. When
But
Carson
I
and
think
are
we
in
did
person,
somewhat good, Brett.
I think we lifted Carson's spirits even just a little, and that's all we can
Did it
ask
lift
for.
your spirits, Carson?
Yeah, a little. That's yeah.
At least we did that. That makes me happy.
Yeah, it always makes me happy to. Singing is always something that makes me happy. So it's wonderful to hear. Even though we're not all in the same
We'll
room,
definitely
to
have
be
to
able to
make
share
you
a
guys
song.
another song.
Oh, you don't have to do something like that. But thank you for that.
It would be lovely. It'd come from the heart.
Well, wonderful. And
Well,
thank you
you
for
both have a splendid
participating
night.
in that video. Taking a
Yes.
stand
No
against
problem.
internet
the
trolling,
trolls.
and I just tweeted out
Someone had to do
hashtag
it.
stand up for
True
MT.
fans did.
We're taking a stand against internet bullying and trolling. So, thank you for that.
Any day. Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's like. Oh, Canada.
That's right.
Something like
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, wonderful. Gosh, I kind of regret, like, I kind of wish that I was singing with you guys, because singing does lift my spirits.
I stand with Mormon Talk and I support 49ers Freak.
Thank you for that, and we support a 49ers Freak as well.
I just fucking shit and bread in Carson's throat and Brock has a 10-inch penis.
We just want everyone to know that none of the absolute horse manure that comes through this stupid box is even close to true. Because it's not.
Can you hear it?
Yes, I can hear it.
You're not plugging your ears?
I am plugging.
No, what you do is if you really jam the fingers in there really hard.
That hurts.
It blocks out the sound. Is the pain of the eardrums worse than the sound of hearing the donation
I
messages?
don't know, dude. I'm kind of desensitized to it now.
How can you get desensitized to that?
I don't know. Maybe going through it for 2 years. Okay, we're going to go ahead and answer another call. Hello, caller. You're on the air with Carson.
And Brett, welcome to Mormon Talk.
Hey guys, I have a question.
Go ahead.
So this is a real zinky question, all right? I hope you guys
As long
can
as
help
it's
me
family
out with
appropriate, that's fine.
this. It is. It has everything to do with family, in fact.
Well, wonderful.
So last night got real zinky with my wife, and I put my winky in her.
Hello,
He's
caller.
laughing right now.
You're live on the air with Brett O'Call.
Hello, you're on the air with
Yeah.
with
Yes, yeah. So I just wanted to say I'm sorry that people have been just tinkering around on the lines tonight in the chat box. It's just out of control.
That wasn't even mildly funny. It was not even someone that was
was awful.
empathetic about it. It was people that were just trying to rub it in. Okay. Hello, caller. You're on the air with Carson O'Kimball.
Stop rubbing it in.
Carson and Brett, love the show.
Thank you, caller.
Well, wonderful. Do you have a question
Do you
for
like
us?
the good parts of the show or the bad parts of the show? What kind of
The good,
fan
the
are
good.
Do you like do you
guys-
like the positive aspects of the show, or do you like it when people try and mess with us?
No, I absolutely hate the splashing.
Okay. Well, you've passed our test. Go ahead and ask us a question. Quick question now, caller.
Guys, it is the month of February, and it's Black History Month, and I was wondering, can we do a little prayer? Can you give us a prayer for George Floyd?
Absolutely. What
Sure.
what is your where are you from? What
And
accent is that?
and also for the 9/11 victims.
Yeah, you know what? We'll go ahead and say a prayer for George Floyd and the 9/11 victims. Do you want me to say that, caller?
God bless. Yes, please.
Okay, you know what? I will. It never hurts to say a prayer. Our Heavenly Father, we thank Thee for all the wonderful things that Thou hast given us throughout our lives, and for all the wonderful lessons that we have available to learn throughout every chapter of our life and every day. And we're so grateful for all the tiny details that we normally wouldn't notice that You put in our path to bring a smile to our faces. Please, Heavenly Father, bless the family of George Floyd and George Floyd himself, that Am I being trolled?
What?
I'm sorry, caller. I think a lot of the people that call in about George Floyd and 9/11 are not taking it seriously. Anyway, I'm going to keep going. Please bless them that they will recuperate from the loss. And bless the victims of 9/11 and their families. Am I being trolled? Am I making myself look dumb? Like, is this like an inside joke between some of you guys? Because I've seen lots of stuff about 9/11 and George Floyd that's not serious. That's just literally just trying to. And I'm just thinking to myself, am I being trolled right now, caller? He hung up. Yeah, it was legitimate, and I had peeking at the comment section, and I'm getting the feeling that I'm having another fast one pulled on me. Like the people that call in and say disrespectful things. Okay, I was just afraid that he was gonna say something disrespectful about that prayer and the subject matter of it. I'm in very low spirits. But hello, caller. You're on the air with Carson O'Kimball.
And Brett O'Call, welcome to Mormon Talk.
Carson, Brett, it's brother Nick again. There's like people on motorcycles, outside my house, and they're on quads. Didn't you say this happened to Brett too?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. They targeted me. In the
Wait,
evening hours.
So are they just riding around the neighborhood, or are they like gathered outside of your house?
Wait, Carson, someone else joined our phone call. Do you think it says there's 3 people? It says there's 3 people in the phone call.
Okay, is this some sort of a prank? Is someone pranking our system?
Is your dad on the phone?
I'm not sure, but I don't know what to do right now. They're shirtless men on motorcycles, and they're riding around on my street.
Yeah. Call the police now and make sure you get their names.
Oh, well, I don't know their names. Okay, it looks like they're driving. Oh, there's another one. Okay, I'll call the police.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, well, prayers to you guys. Have a good show.
Turn your lights off and lay down on the ground. Bring any snacks with you, potentially, because you might be down there for a while.
Carson, there's a third.
We're sick of being pranked.
Absolutely.
Hello?
Caller, you're on the air.
How you guys doing tonight?
Okay.
Hello?
I think I have to go home.
Hello?
Hello, caller. You're on the air with Carson O'Kimball.
Good evening, brethren.
Do you have a serious question for us? This is our last chance of the night.
I do. Not so much a question, but just more of an experience. Excuse me. But I was wondering if I could share with you, brethren, about I guess one of the lessons that you guys teach on your show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the other day, I had an experience similar to that of the Book of Mormon with, I guess you would call it my own personal Isabel, say from the character from the Book of Mormon, someone who did try to lead away the hearts of many. And I found myself in a situation like that as well, too, where somebody's trying to lead my heart away and trying to lead it astray also. And I felt myself going down the wrong path, and I felt myself feeling a wrong way, that I'm not close to the Spirit, and I knew that.
Okay.
And I thought to myself, what can I do to get rid of these unwholesome feelings and urges that I have due to this Isabel that I encountered out in public?
Perfect question.
And I knew exactly what to do. I need to fap. I need to fast and pray.
Yeah, and another thing, it's useful to think of your mind as a garden, and you're trying to grow good things in there, but bad thoughts come in, and it's kind of like a crow landing on your garden. And you know what? You just got to chase it away with something. And your mind is also kind of like a stage with only one thing on it at once. So if
That's
something
right.
gross goes in
Absolutely.
your brain, just replace it with something else. Think of anything else. Think of a zany clown, or think of a wonderful memory, or think of a delicious dessert.
You don't want to grow bad
exactly.
eggs.
Good thoughts, and after having that experience, I went home and I fapped, and I just started to fap like crazy and have good thoughts enter my mind to get rid of these urges and desires that I did not want.
Great, good for you.
And soon after a while of fapping, I could just feel those feelings and urges just get released out of me. And it was such a good feeling. It was like I kept fapping and fapping. It was like, oh boy, here we go. It was like, oh.
Well, taking that time, something that I've learned,
And I got rid of those urges that I didn't want. And I thought about how they say that we are the...
Jesus can suck my 12 inches black schlong.
Oh dear.
Sorry, caller. We had somebody send in a donation message.
Oh my!
So something
Jimmy
that,
Jillikers.
Something that I've really discovered is that when you spend a good amount of time fasting, praying, you go 12 hours fasting, and you have some good prayer in there. 12 hours is pretty good, but 24 is best in my opinion. But that's beside the point. What I
yes,
after
yes, sir. You keep going, Brad. Yes,
after
sir.
you pray, there's a clarity you have. There's an absolute clarity that that's the best time to make some decisions, because you're going to be making good decisions. That post,
you're letting the Spirit in.
Fap as you will, fast and pray. There's absolutely a clarity after that.
Yeah, that's part of it.
And
a lot of the time we're praying because we want answers, and those answers come.
My temple name is Joseph. Fuck this show. Penis, 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 fuck.
Oh my word. That person needs to fap. They wouldn't do that.
I agree. These people do need to let the Spirit into their life a little bit more.
Sounds like they have heavy loads that they need to just explode out.
Yeah. All right. Well,
they shouldn't be carrying those
great
loads.
Caller. Thank you so much for calling in and sharing some of your found wisdom. And we'll.
Well, thank you, good brother. And I hope you two have a good evening. And Carson, it's good to see you back in good health. And Brett, you stayed strong carrying the show on last week. So I'm just glad to see you, brother, and you're doing well.
Yes.
Thank
you so much. Have a great night.
All right, you brother, and have a good evening. Good night.
I think let's just...
That's it for me.
Let's cut it there.
I have to go. I have to go home. I can't.
Okay, Brett. I understand. Well, anyway, thank you.
Stay a little bit more after the show.
Okay. Thank you, everyone, for calling in who was serious. Sorry to the families that had to see what had befallen us again. And we're frankly, I speak for Brett as well when I say we are absolutely to the end of our strings with this. Thank you for calling. We'll have a wonderful week.
There's a place I've come to know where the righteous always flow. It's a beacon for my soul. It is called Mormon Talk. Carson, show me hope that happiness is mine. Jesus takes my load through the rough and tumble time, and I will raise all the curtains up, unlatch the window to His love. I will bow my head to Thee, fast and pray.
just speaking from the heart here. Now that the show's over and a lot of people have left, it's just really important that you guys understand that Brett and I are real people. You might see us on the screen and think, it's just a video. But no, there are real people that you're splashing here. And you might see those numbers of viewers and think, that's just, it's just a number. But no, those are individual families, most of them, and people that are watching the show. Real people with real feelings and with real pain and with real ears that are not dumpsters for trash and filth to go into. And here's the thing. One thing that scripture that I read earlier in Doctrine and Covenants 1, section 121, it's so important to remember that our trials and the hard things that we go through can be made into something good. They can be transformed into something good. And I have faith that that is exactly what will happen if we push through this. And I never planned on doing this, but I think that I learned something earlier. I learned that through songs sometimes we can feel a lot better. We can get through our struggles and our pain. And I just gosh, I'm sitting here trying to think of a way that I can express that. And I think I figured one out. So I think I'm going to do it. Okay, everyone. If anyone's still watching, I just want everyone to kind of feel where I'm coming from but I want to share something that I think it will be uplifting from my heart. And even in the most vulnerable times, I think that the heart is kind of always the one that will speak the truth when no one else in the room will. I can almost see it, that dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside my head saying, you'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost with no direction. My faith is shaken, but I gotta keep trying. Gotta keep my head held high. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. There's always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. The struggles I'm facing, the chances I'm taking, sometimes might knock me down, but no, I'm not breaking. I may not know it, but these are the moments that I'm gonna remember most. Just gotta keep going, and I gotta be strong. Just keep pushing on, 'cause there's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. There's always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's a climb. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes you're gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. Keep on moving, keep climbing, keep the faith, baby. It's all about the climb. Keep your faith.
you.